Chemistry cards.
Yeah. Are the matrix? Sham cheesy. Harat ya. When me say U.P.K, U.K. Well anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends. Dog, we fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long. They in a the war zone, but I no Pakistan. A the place where you juvenile a the big man. Braver you do time, brother pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone of the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy, them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but is a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me killer them where they are London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in a Kingston. I same struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead body them. Once upon a time round ya so did nice. Full of vibes, man a play football, choose a side. If I no football you like one go shoot your dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Who for crime? A certain black coffee get scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive. Them youth I ride them to connive. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know who for time round. Ya no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them. And the fake friend dog the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon say ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again. And Jamaica red act like the equator belt Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no red. With the ghetto youth them you send the Terminator them dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends. But we die out and more dead pan the ends. Lucky if you live long they in a the
say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it cautious. Cause if they make the wrong move it post. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop.
So you know, sister, this whole system you need for change.
Yeah. To all who see the evil.
Like nothing evil, nothing to blood clot.
Yeah. And they ain't say nothing about it.
I.S.U.P.K. Now the apocalypse rage for kill batty boy and Catholic priest. Tatter the lace, buckle the base. Chop it up, wrap it up, buckle the game. Rackle him teeth, man stand firm pan battlefield. All when them shackle with feet. All when death look certain. All when nothing no sweet when you accept the fate. But you have some rasta boy when neglect black woman and child and a fuck white girl. You have some pastor boy where you molest the little children. You them forget dirt. Politician divide the people with them remedial roadworks. Which farm a band that a dead man turf. And when me grow that a help on earth, me see M1 burst, head back burst. Now that get a youth lay dead pan turf. When mama cry, nobody hear. Who bring in the guns them over the years? Breaking news over the year. Millions missing but nobody there to give a count. Nobody never did a count. So brother and Nancy just come full up in my account. Me no give a fuck how much blood clot money you a earn. Man still want Babylon burn. So you know, sister, this whole system you need for change.
Yeah. To all who see the evil.
Like nothing evil, nothing to blood clot.
Yeah. And they ain't say nothing about it.
I.S.U.P.K. Now the apocalypse rage for kill batty boy and Catholic priest. Tatter the lace, buckle the base. Chop it up, wrap it up, buckle the game. Rackle him teeth, man stand firm pan battlefield. All when them shackle with feet. All when death look certain. All when nothing no sweet when you accept the fate. But you have some rasta boy when neglect black woman and child and a fuck white girl. You have some pastor boy where you molest the little children. You them forget dirt. Politician divide the people with them remedial roadworks. Which farm a band that a dead man turf. And when me grow that I help on earth, me see M1 burst, head back burst. Now the ghetto youth lay dead pan turf. When mama cry, nobody hear. Who bring in the guns them over the years? Breaking news over the air. Millions missing but nobody there to give a count. Nobody never did a count. So brother Anansi just come full up in my account. Me no give a fuck how much blood clot money you a earn. Man still want Babylon burn. You a so our turn for rule pan earth. Most time me a biggest send damage and curse. Pan the oppressor, famine and bombing and worse. Feed some maggot and worm. While them pussy they lock up them church. One west stay solid and damning and firm.
Living with the flies on the roach. My youth better watch your approach. Careful how you talk to me. On Facebook, Twitter, me the mind where you post. Shout it out from coast to coast. YAHANNA the truth till me voice get hoarse. Saving the lives of our people, waking them up, teaching the ancient scrolls. Gather together yourselves, every one of the 12. Tired of living in hell. 2 million we locked up in cells. What the fuck is that smell? Our babies in cages. This shit is outrageous. They stole our land, deporting our brothers, our kids with no fathers. YAHANNA, we got the plan. Fuck all the demagogues, their crimes and treachery. Teaching my people these heresies. Who built America? You spilled the blood of my family. Got them slavery. While you shake hands with the enemies, all people destroyed out here. Tax checks, welfare, shit. I smell that weed in the air.
Me no give a fuck how much blood clot money you a earn. Man still want Babylon burn. You a so our turn for rule pan earth. Most time me a biggest send damage and curse. Pan the oppressor, famine and bombing and worse. Feed some maggot and worm. While them pussy they lock up them church. One west stay solid and damning and firm.
I.S.U.P.K. Oh, and west. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace, him start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. But just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision, him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions, come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons, same situation with Rasta with Islam. Holy beacon of hope for your lean on I.S.U.P.K and the General YAHANNA. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land, every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yahawashi Mashiach is a black man who have fear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, wheat we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the nation. Yahawashi never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the mission, send evils and curses upon the whole city and the beasts and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first thing. Hey, 400 years them work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and then the doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to a building of a turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to a building of a turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn. Hey, I just part of the mission. Yahawashi never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments, we make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the mission.
Yo, what about the bomber clock to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we will make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grab a done flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convertible drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you want proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they are so, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a famous. And all who a flip up and a lip up and fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy boss, one her belly stuff with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Z, you know the chop. I.S.U.P.K. Badness no sad. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay boy. You must see one back this spray. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced, the key then in your head stop misbehaved. Crack his face, the key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith anyway watch this place. War with them bunny like plastic plate. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up, we no take beat up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. My heart them bad as them wake up. AK bus boy head top shake up. So tell a pussy well don't violate us. No care where your status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we bust it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bat fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face, you know how your blood clot gasket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced, the teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face, the key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith, anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around, when you see the UPK around. We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds.
According to God, the white man is the devil. You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the prophet. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know there's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world to know. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, young, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the problem. With step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ass she the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. Bada bing, I popped the least suspect. I iced out all my crowns, ring and necklace. Do what the men above had taught me. Hey, you say I play too hot, no coffee. I had to change my life like this, yeah. I'm taking life for what it is, yeah. Quit acting blind, you need some lenses. Abiding by the damn scriptures, hey. I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. I've been up, I've been up, I've been up, I've been up. Quit the fuss, show me love, I need love. Don't wanna leave me, yeah. I'm mixing up my damn problems. I'm mixing out all of that violence. If you with me, we on that fly shit. To all these worldly bastards round us, I say, I told you not to do no sin no more. I guess they acting like they hear me. 90 days I let a fiend for. If this what you want, you best go beast mode. And she said, baby, I know you legit. Baby, I know you legit. She said, man, like you don't even exist. And I said, U.P.K made me like this.
You know that you are as cold as ice to me. You know that you are.
Let me take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining work.
Someday you'll pay the price.
No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making though, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Gives a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy.
Someday you'll pay the price.
A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since now, no, not the actor, but the year he's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turned his words to mirth from Babel.
You know that you are as cold as ice to me. You know that you are.
Front lines to 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built.
Jump the floor a bit more. Shalom. There.
Shalom, Chris.
So you done the boy. You got the copper. You got the copper.
Listen, Granddad lifestyle.
What you see? You got the copper.
Granddad lifestyle. This is
So there has to be stuff like every time I can't hear too tough, man. So luck, yeah. Well,
What's
good Shalom on the ends, myself, Officer Karafia, Officer Dungabar here.
Hey, Shalom Israel.
Fortunately, Officer Quarterback couldn't be here, you know, busy man and stuff, you get me? So we're gonna rock out the show on the ends every Friday, 9 to 11. Go for all the hot topics in the black community, all the hot topics around the world, actually. England, America, wherever the case may be, you get me? Got Officer Dungabar here. And the announcements of Officer Dungabar.
Listen, man, we got the feast day coming up. The feast, the trumpet, September 25th. 39, which lands on a Sunday, 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW. Come on down to that, man. We're doing it big like we do every single time. Come on down to that, man. 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW.
Most High in Christ, man. I know all you like in Britain, man, was feeling that heat wave, man. It's a luck, yeah. Dungabar, you feel that heat wave?
Listen, I'm telling you, it was hot. At one stage, I thought I was dying from the sweats. I had to Google the symptoms. I had to Google the symptoms and see what's the symptoms of the sweats because I couldn't deal with it. It was a horrible heat.
Yo, listen, my clothes stuck to me, man. Couldn't sleep at night. Listen, that was dangerous, man. And that should show blacks, Hispanics, and Asians or something. Do you know, yeah, there was a warning that went out on the news talking about everybody should stay hydrated. You know what I mean? People had a day off work. I think sports day for kids was cancelled just because it was 40 degrees, man. I remember we was picking cotton in that same type of degrees. In fact, hotter. And no one cared about us. No one told us to stay hydrated. No one said, you know what I mean, be careful how hard you work, you could faint. Be careful about heat stroke. No one gave a damn about us. England goes through half of the weather that we go through, and they gotta keep hydrated, man. They're gonna cancel school. Make sure you stay inside. Make sure you get AC. Make sure you purchase a fan. Shit, it's lucky Dungabar, man. I don't say.
Listen, it was a horrible heat, and imagine nowadays you have like air conditioning and stuff. So you have air conditioning, you have all of these privileges where you can go get water whenever you want. I think your ancestors didn't have that, man. They had some brace around their neck, so they couldn't eat sugar or nothing, man. They couldn't do nothing. They was just shackled, and they had to carry out the same amount of work, and this was their life, day in, day out, man. They didn't have no sunscreen or none of that, man. They didn't have no sunscreen or no SDP to rub on their back or whatever. They had none of that, man. They're working in that blazing hot sun. They didn't have no 50 proof, 70 proof sun cream. They had none of that, man. They was just out there picking cotton, cutting cane, and they was doing that up until the day they died. And then once they got too old for the job, what did this devil do? Throw them down a gully, man, and then left them for the eagles and stuff. And that's what they done. They said, you know what, this man's too old. We're not going to let him, die honorable death and, let him relax the last 5 years of his life. Once he was out of service, they just got rid of you, man. They're doing their system today. Work you till you're about 70 plus. What's retirement age? I can't remember.
70, it's 70 or 60 something. What?
I think it's 70. I think they upped it. I think men's is higher. So now they talk all this equal stuff, but a man's retirement age is higher. It don't sound pretty equal to me. It sounds unequal to me. So yeah, there was no retirement plan back then. Back then it was you work until you can't work no more, then we throw you down the ditch and just leave you to die. And then you're in this ditch, in this hot sun, getting pecked at by the eagles and whatnot. And in your mind, you're thinking, the sooner I die, I get to go to this place in the sky called heaven, not realizing there's no place, man. Imagine that was the only thing you had to look forward to, a place in the sky called heaven. So while you're picking cotton, you're singing, talking about this place called heaven, man. Meanwhile, the oppressor is in his heaven right now.
That's right.
Meanwhile, you're in your hell. He's in his heaven, man. And he didn't have to die to get his heaven. He had his by putting you in hell, man.
That's right.
We can get our heaven by putting them in hell. Heaven and hell is conditions on the earth, man. Working in 40 degrees sun is hell, man. You don't have to go to a fiery place under the ground to get burnt. Try working in the sun with no sun cream, man. That sounds like hell to me.
That's terrible. So when it comes to your people, you know what heat is. When it comes to your people, I can't work in this heat, man. When it comes to your people, listen, kids get there at school. When it comes to black people, listen, no one cares about them. Put them in the sun, let them work, man. Like what you said, the work slaves to death until there was no more use for us, man. A car, you have a car, once the car starts running, you just scrap that car, man. You're not going to pay money on a car that don't run. And the slave master saw it the same way. So I'm going to pay money on the slave that can't work. I got to clothe him, feed him. We're off there.
Right.
And black man, they scrapped us. Scrapped us, man. When we couldn't work no more, they just scrapped us, man. You know what I mean? But don't sweat, man. That's why we got a man called YAHANNA. He wants to pay back, man. Don't sweat, man. Don't watch that, man. We're going to make you work in the sweltering heat, man. You know what I mean? But it's all good, man. But don't about you seeing the races and stuff, the relay racing and the Jamaican doing, blacks and Hispanics doing wonderful in the racing.
I've been seeing that one, but the Commonwealth Games started when? Yeah, was it?
Again?
I've been seeing it, but I can't remember what that one was called. But I know the Commonwealth Games started last night.
Yeah, they're blocking up all the roads and shit, man. Fucking hell.
Imagine that, man. The Commonwealth Games, the stadium looks beautiful, man. But where black people live don't look beautiful. So people seeing the Commonwealth Games on the TV, you're just seeing Birmingham's beautiful. It's got all these big, nice buildings. Alexander Stadium, nice and lovely. But have you been to Handsworth? Have you been to Aston and Newtown where the bin man don't come, where there's bins? Listen, man, the part of the town where we live, they've hid it, man. They don't want our part of town on the TV. But the Commonwealth Games, yeah, you've made them areas pretty. You've knocked down the flower room one stop and made it look nice and beautiful. And it looks glorious. Listen, even I went past there saying, damn, this looks like a nice city. Until I was
like, what city is this?
Go ahead.
I was like, what city is this, man?
Mm-hmm.
But likewise, you see them. What's that system, man, that runs for Jamaica?
Which one? So lucky, there's tons of them.
Shelly and Fraser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She must have. There's a video of her where a British girl who's also Caribbean as well was running with her, and the sister showed her some love, man. It wasn't a thing like what happened last week with Richard Blackwood. With I'm a British-born Jamaican and you're a Jamaican, we're different. They showed their love, man. You know what I mean? Embrace this, they're good. And this is how you know that blacks and Hispanics are not African. This is how you know, man. Because who do you see dominating the Olympics, man? Blacks and Hispanics, man. Who dominates boxing? Blacks and Hispanics. All them Colombian boxers, man. Brazilian football players, man. You know what I mean? Jamaica, in the relay race and stuff, it's always, who always wins, man? So even Jamaica, Barbados, or Trinidad, man. You get me? And even if America wins, it's a black man running for America. Even if Britain does win, it's a black man running for Britain. Where's Africa, man? Right. Talk about we're supposed to be Africans. The 50 countries in Africa don't even qualify, man. Not in football, not in javelin, not in the shot put, in nothing, man. We're supposed to be watered down Africans. They're supposed to be the pure-blooded African, man. And why ain't they winning nothing? Because you know why? They ain't talented, man.
You're right.
They ain't talented in 50 countries. I can't see one gold medal, man. Not swimming, not nothing.
So out of them 50 countries, I ain't seen one of them win the World Cup, man. I ain't seen one of them 50 countries win the World Cup. I've seen Brazil win it though.
That's right.
That's what I've seen. I ain't seen Nigeria win it. I ain't seen Ghana win it. I don't even think Ghana even has a team. Did even have a team?
Like I don't think they do still.
What I'm saying, I ain't seen them win nothing.
These countries are known for just eating bushmeat, man. They're making dates, man. They're making up gold trophies, man. Let me play the video for you real quick. Let me know if you can hear it good.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys. This is Jamaica 1, 2, 3. Dina, come here, girl. Come, girl. Dina, we're cousin, Dina. Yes. So this is.
I'm so happy to be welcomed.
Yeah, I am mother Jamaican and your father.
Both.
Yeah, both of them.
My mom's half Trini, half Jamaican, and my dad's born Jamaica.
Yeah, we are in Jamaica.
Oh my God, he's in Maroon. He's up in the mountains.
Oh,
no
no, not Maroon. Where them Maroon them come from? Akompong. Where them there? Saint Elizabeth. You come from, girl.
Up in the mountain. One road.
No. Saint Elizabeth, girl. No mountain there.
Well, when I went to visit, it was a long drive up in the mountain.
You think everything I'm out and
everything? I don't know. I just remember being like,
girl, say mountain. Which mountain? Anyway. Yeah, she come from Trinidad. Yeah, our mother Trinidad and Jamaica. And then Dina,
Look at that, man.
them want to see
And
one
listen.
Jamaican dance. No, they want.
And that's how brothers should be, man. We're just brothers just from different countries. That's it. You was born in Dudley Hospital, Leeds, Leicester, Manchester, and I'm born somewhere else, man. But we're brothers, man. You know what I mean? This is the, you know what I mean? Had a race. You know what I mean? So it's like about who won the race? The British girl.
Laasha come third, so I think Shelly won. I think Sharika won. Shelly come second, and Dina Asha come third.
Look at that, man. It's no hostility. That's how brothers should be, man. We're beefing over who was born where, man. Listen, meanwhile, the oppressors taking over the globe. Listen, the oppressors that are born everywhere. Let me tell you something, man. There's oppressors born in Jamaica, man, that still oppress black people. And there's oppressors that are born in England that still oppress black people, man.
Right.
Yeah. Look all the presidents in America were born on American soil. And you got oppressors born in England, and both of them oppress black people. No matter where you're born, they're on the same mission, no matter where they're born. And we got to be on the same mission no matter where we're born, man. Let me get in the Bible real quick, man. This is Exodus 32:9. It says, "Also thou not oppress the stranger, for ye know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt." And the Lord said, don't oppress a stranger, man. A stranger is not another nation. A stranger is a man from another land coming to your land. He's a stranger. If a man comes from London, he's a black man from London, and he comes to Brum, that's a stranger, man. And the Lord don't oppress him. That's what black people like to do. A lot of black people like to do that, man. If you go to Jamaica to go visit your parents, they'll overcharge you, man. And they see it as, yo, he's British, man. You overcharge him. You know what I mean? He's bringing that British pound. The Lord said, don't do that, man. Because a man ain't from here, don't treat him bad, man. And the Lord said, why? Because we were strangers in the land of Egypt, man. And this ain't talking about the Egyptians whipping our back, because the Egyptians didn't treat us good. He's talking about when Joseph was in Egypt, and he brought his brothers in with love, man. His brothers came from another land, and he brought them in and showed them love and hospitality, man. That's what the Bible's talking about. I mean, you were strange in Egypt. Remember how Joseph treated you? This is how you treat other people, man. It's like it on about.
And that was beautiful to see, man, because she acknowledged that they're the same people. That's why she goes,
right.
yo, we won 1, 2, and 3. Like, they included us to say 1, 2, and 3. We all won. So she's acknowledging that we're the same person, man. If a Nigerian won, she wouldn't have included them, man.
That's right.
I've included no white man. She knows. Even she said, yo, we cousins, even though the sisters, but obviously I'll give her that. But even she acknowledged that they're the same people, which is good. We need to acknowledge that we're the same people, man. That's what we need to do. Acknowledge we're the same people and love one another. Because usually British people think they're better than Caribbean people. Caribbean people think they're better than British people. And with them, there was no ego there. None of them looked down on each other. They just laughed and joked. They said, because she's from Britain, she thinks everything's a mountain, which is true.
Funny stuff.
Yeah, which is true. Being from Britain, you would think everything over there is a mountain. So it was good to see. And we should see that video, and it should make us say, this oppressor is the devil, man.
That's right.
And the reason being is why? We're exactly the same people, but our different accents and dialects is because of him, man. Our different accents and dialects is because he separates our family, man. He separates our family, takes one over there, one over there. It takes us so far apart that we no longer think we're family. It divides us so much that now we don't think we're family no more, that we look down upon each other. And then now we coming back together as a family. Though he separated us, we coming back together and realizing, you know what? The accent's not going to stop us from being brothers and sisters, man.
That's right.
The language ain't going to stop us from being brothers and sisters. We've finally done some history. We've done some research. And we realized before you divided us, we was all one. And that's what we need to realize, man. We was all one, living in one land before they divided us, man. Before they scattered us in different nations. And it's good to see, man, that people in the world have the understanding that what we're related. At least they know the relatives. So yeah, for that, I love Shelly and Fraser. So lucky.
Man goes for that. I love Shelly and Fraser.
You see her though? I think she's been doing this for like 14 years, so she probably would have to be one of the greatest of all time athletes anyway.
14 years. Listen, you know, you're not even in your prime after like 5 years. You got to slow down. And
she's still coming top 3. Obviously, Elaine wins most of the races now, but she's been doing this for 14 years, man, and she's still looking pretty sharp. So yeah, man. I ain't seen that
Yeah, man.
African dudes
Where the
running
Nigerian
in
ladies,
years.
man? Where they at, man?
Sorry, say that again.
Where the Nigerian ladies, man? Why ain't they races, man?
Yeah,
All
exactly.
I see is Caribbean people, man. You know, Americans, the Judites. You know what I mean? 12 tribes. I don't see no Hamites in there, man. We're not the same people, man. We're built different, man. Different genetics, man.
Right.
So luck, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what else is mad as well? With all this athletic stuff, people only watch the sports that we participate in. With those, the price is expensive. People only watch what we participate in. When it comes to anything else, the hockey, the javelin, all of those nonsense sports, nobody watches them, man. Why? Because nobody cares. People come to see us. Like when you was watching the Olympics, who was the main star of all Olympics? Usain Bolt, man. That's who they was talking about the whole time. Usain Bolt, athletes. Oh, Jamaica. Listen, man. Nobody else gets that kind of credit that our people get, man. Because we the greatest athletes ever. I know the white man thinks, you know what? I need to dissect those black people up and see what's inside them that's making them
That's right.
run so fast. And why is Usain Bolt's legs like? Trust me, they do all these studies. Usain Bolt runs this fast because his legs is this way. Listen, man. I know white men taller than Usain Bolt and they can't run for shit, man.
Dungabar, listen. How many times you in the gym, Dungabar, and these nations are touching your arms and that and trying to get closer? Yo, how you get so big so quick, man? And they're trying to fathom you, like, yo, move me, man. I've been in the gym and you see Indian man and that, like, yo, boss, your growing size rapid, man. What I want to listen? How do you do it, man? And listen, you just gotta be born special, man. So me and Dungabar is born special, and you're born great, so lucky, man. That's why they gotta take all these enhancements and drink all these. Listen, all them drink Dungabar was made for them. In slavery, yeah, the slave master was fat and sick and out of shape, and the slaves was healthy and fit and ripped, man. And them man didn't have no protein shake. Them man weren't drinking they weren't eating no granola bars, man. That stuff's for them. Them man can't grow. We're naturally gifted, man, and we can grow, man. So like, yeah.
It's such a homosexual in slavery would look at a black man's genitals and wonder. He would look at his genitals and wonder why is it like this and all of those kind of things. He would wonder why is his like this and his like that. That's what he would do. And this is why in slavery, when he would find out that, or when they found out that a black woman had sex with a white woman, that's why they would want to kill him, man. Because they're thinking, damn, this man with his
it's sitting with that. That gotta go.
So do measure and do all of them things. Why black people this way? And then that's why they got that saying, once you go black, you don't go back. Or all of that stuff.
One time, one time when the boss here, two Indian men were talking about, they said that black man got big things, and and it's a myth. It's a myth, man. Like, listen, why are two grown men having a conversation about black man's things, man? Listen, we are not having black men not on the boss having a convo about Indian man's things, man.
Exactly.
All those fascinating and trying to figure out how we function, man. I'm really special, that's all. We just made better. That's all it is. Nothing to it, man. How much one old white woman? Like, how come she's old but she thinks she's pretty? She's like, how come black women are blessed, man? Their skin don't crack up and stuff. They don't crack like ours, man. If only had that skin, man. Yeah, I know. We're just better than you, man. In all aspects, man. Black people, our skin is better than you. After we've had a life of prison, slavery, and oppression, and you've had a good life, and at 29, your skin's crack up, man. So lucky one time I saw a girl with them, you know, the birthday badge. And the birthday badge said 30 on there, man. I swear she was about 45, man. I even had to think, I hope I don't look like that, man. She made me check myself. I was like, yo, she's 30. I thought, yo, I hope I look like that. She was terrible, man.
The age terrible, man.
Terrible, man. I got an uncle that lives in jail, man. Lives in that jail, man. And listen, we get more girls than some of these white men out there, man. Younger than some of these white men, better than some of these white men, man. Talk about what's that brother from Aston that got shot in his spine in a wheelchair?
Which one?
He's on the chop shop.
What's his name? Fidel.
And this brother still gets girls, man. Still gets girls in the wheelchair, man. And the wheelchair can't stop him. Black people is blessed, man. So lucky.
Exactly.
That's all I can say, man. But moving on anyway. So this week now, Sesame Street had an event in Philadelphia. And I swear, listen, them Sesame Street characters were moving mad. They was waving to white kids, but they're not waving to black kids. Hugging white kids, but not hugging black kids, and they're moving crazy. Like there wasn't even being sort of racist. They was being outright racist, man. The shit was sad to watch, man. Let me play it for you real quick. But the man see that? That was crazy.
Damn.
All right, the black kids are waving to Elmo or whoever that is there, and he shook his head like, nah, not you guys, man. And it gets worse. Watch this. What?
Damn.
I swear there's some more, man. Everyone that was black, they was doing dirty, man. At one point, I thought, yo, like, you're making it obvious. There wasn't even being sort of racist. It was clearly obvious that these are had something against black people, man. Shit was crazy. It's lucky I can't find it, but that's what they was. That's what they was on, man. On some crud, man. Bunks a little girl over. Wouldn't wave to the black children, and it was a whole day of that, man. There's more clips, but it was a whole day of that shit right there, man. Disgusting, man. Let me see if we can find you the report that Sesame Street said so. Yeah. Can you see it, Dangaba?
Yeah, briefly.
Let me zoom in a bit.
We'll have to zoom in a bit.
So this is after hearing what people were saying about them. Sesame Street said our brand, our park, and our employees stand for inclusivity and equality in all forms. That is what Sesame Place is all about, and we do not tolerate any behaviors in our parks that are contrary to that commitment. We also are and have always been committed to making sure every family, every child has the best possible experience at our parks, and we are incredibly disappointed when that does not happen. Regarding the incident yesterday, the costumes our performers wear sometimes are difficult to see at lower levels. Sometimes our performers miss hug requests from guests. Can you believe this shit? That's the excuse. That's the excuse. So listen, double bus. I can show you loads, man. It was only black people. They were waving at white kids and not waving at black people, bumping them over the whole nine, man. And you're gonna tell me that it's because the helmet was too big and they couldn't see, man. That's the excuse they give us, man. They always say we're all about equality. We're all about equality. But what's this? These poor black children, their parents paid their money to you, man. And these black kids couldn't get a hug from Elmo, man. It's a luck, yeah. Couldn't get a high five from Elmo, man. Listen, that's what they always tell us. Apparently, England is not a systematic racist country. But then I see Mark Duggan dead.
Right.
I see Michelle and Charles dead. You know what I mean? I see my brother. I see Dejan Reed get killed by white men, and he gets blamed on manslaughter, and the killer gets 3 years in prison. And likewise with this bullshit here, man, they give us that. No, we're not racist, but we're seeing you clearly being racist, man. Black man, we're under the spell of Christianity so much that we don't even believe what we see no more. Right. We outright see racism, and the white man goes, "No, we didn't see that." We go, "Oh well, maybe I never." That's how crazy it is, man. We see Rashad Charles dead in the streets, man. We see Jermaine Baker dead in his car, man. But the white man goes, England ain't systematic racist. And we go, oh, maybe it ain't, man. We see a jury and a judge watch the footage of Dejan Reed running away from a man with a knife, man. Twice his age, twice his size, twice his strength. And the judge saw that and said, no, it's manslaughter. And what did we say? England ain't racist. Because they said they're not racist.
Right.
Sesame Street ain't racist because they said they weren't racist. That's ridiculous, man. It's like it on about. I'm gonna see if I can find the video.
And that right there was better for not putting out a statement. Sometimes it's hard to see. Listen, man, the black kids was in the same position as the white kids, man. So you see the white kids, but you don't see the black ones. And this is why we need to teach our kids to not make white people their superheroes, man. Because those kids wanted to see Elmo. And this is the thing. Once you love these Edomites, you're going to get your heart broke, man. Even though the children that just want to see Sesame Street, but we need to teach them who real heroes are, man. Like, they should be excited to see the priests and prophets in the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
Knowing that we actually have power and can actually change lives, man. And we would never treat no black children like that, man. We would never treat black children like that. Listen, man, the children wanted to come to Christ, man, and Christ said, suffer them, not let them come to me, man.
Right. That's right.
Christ said, let the children come to me, man. Whereas we want to love Elmo. Imagine this: we want to pay all this money to go see Elmo, but we don't want to pay. We don't want to pay tithes and camp funds and none of those things, man. Right. But we want to pay money to Elmo that's gonna ignore us, man. We want to pay money to Elmo and what's the other one's name? What's the other one's names? Elmo's the only one.
Big Bird. Was it Big Bird? Elmo and Big Bird.
Big Bird part of Sesame Street.
Yeah, and the Grouch. Come on, man. This is how Sesame Street watching, you know. This is around to me, you know.
Is Zippy Sesame Street as well?
Who? Yeah, no, it's not. I don't think he's, you know. The Zip Mount You.
Yeah.
I don't think so, you know. Let me Google it. Let me see.
Nah, it must be Sesame Street. They all look the same.
It looks like it could be. I don't think so, you know.
It looks like it could be. Looks like it could be a relative, which makes him a racist as well. So okay, which makes him a racist as Elmo. But
that's not saying. I don't think it is.
It's not.
I don't feel so, you know.
Okay, I mean, all these things that we look up to and worship is racist, and I guarantee you they paid top price for them tickets, man. They paid top price for them tickets, and in our mind we think, oh, they're only kids. Why are you being horrible to our kids? The only kids. What you have to remember is kids was on the cotton field too, man.
That's right.
Back then there was only kids, but they was picking cotton. Only we have that spirit where we think, oh, they're only babies. You can't speak bad about these Edomites and their children because they're only babies. Whereas with your babies, they hate your babies, man.
That's right.
They push your babies over, even though you paid for £100 the ticket, man. They don't give your babies a high five, even though you paid £100 the ticket. When are we going to care about our babies, man? When are we going to put our babies first and forget about everybody else and all of those things, man? Maybe if we stop going to see Sesame Street and all of these things and taught our children what they should be taught, maybe we could put a ton of these places out of business, man. Maybe we could put Disney World out of business, Elmo, Sesame Street out of business. All these places need to be put out of business, man. And the time's coming when black people are going to wake up, and more of these things, sadly, has to happen to us in order for us to realize not to go to these places. Because this had to happen in order for people in the comments to say, I'll never go to Sesame Street again.
If I could.
Go ahead.
If I could show you the full video so you can see that it was no fluke, man. All day there was this shit on black people.
Let me see. It must have been a KKK. It shot the KKK to work for the Elmo one. It swapped the KKK for the Elmo mask. That's what it must have done.
The white girl, you know.
Don't cry. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You get a hug, Mom? Well, go stand over there and see what happens. Oh, it wasn't part of it? I can tell. I thought it was part of it. That's why I ain't even focused on it. Hey! Hey! Who said it's okay, Big Bird? That girl that was snapping. Hey! He wanted a death. He wanted the high five.
I'm gonna back so.
Look at Elmo. Look at Joker high five! Let's see. Get Joker high five.
It's a lucky, man. Fuck Sesame Street, man. It's a lucky. Purposely hugging all the white kids, man.
Yeah.
Not hugging the black ones, making it obvious to one point. I thought, yo, is this a prank? Throughout the whole day, man. And listen, like what you said, Dunga, about people say that black people are gremlins and black people are cool and with this and with gangbang. Listen, black people are nowhere near white people, man.
Right.
Well, a black man would never do to treat white kids that way. But the oppressor will, though. The oppressor will kill your children. You know what I mean? And then get away after murder, man. Your oppressor will discriminate against children. When black people would never do that, man. It's lucky, man.
You imagine that? And they tried to lie and say, sometimes they can't see. But it was able to see the black kids to tell them no.
That's right.
And they told them no. So much for can't seeing. Can't seeing means you didn't know they was there. He hugged high fived the white kids. And when it came to the black kids, he didn't want to acknowledge them, man. And I seen one of the videos where the mom said she's gonna sue them. And chances are, I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. They're probably gonna lie and say it was a black man under the suit. Probably gonna lie and say it was a black man under there to cover their
You sue Sesame Street. Okay, no.
Sesame Street. Listen, man. Fuck Sesame Street, man. We ain't watching no more Sesame Street.
No, listen, I teach my kids how to count themselves, man. Sesame Street and teaching my kids how to count no more, man. Forget that, man. We didn't watch Coco Melon. We moved on to Coco Melon.
Yeah, exactly. Back to Rasta Mouse and Bing. That's what it is.
We do Bing now. For now, my kids are watching Coco Melon and Bing.
Yeah, that's it.
Did the man say Rasta Mouse?
Rasta Mouse.
Rasta Mouse.
And even Rasta Mouse likes white women, so probably ignore black people too. Wouldn't surprise me. So lucky.
Well, that's what we do. I do Coco Melon from now on, man. Sesame Street, I'm done with that, man. But let's move on real quick. So lucky. So but you know Salt Bay, the man. What's that brother? The man that does this. Yeah, that's. You go to the restaurant, he'll cut steak up and that with the sharp knives and so forth. What he does, his trademark is to put the steak on a knife, and feed you the steak. But it's the one man was not having that, man. So let me run that real quick.
Restaurant, and my fiancé was not going to let that man feed me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yo, Salt Bay got a run. Slovakia. Don't go about Salt Bay got a run, man. I tried to put steak in the woman's mouth. The husband was like, nah, not my woman's mouth, man.
Right.
That's true, man. Listen, that's disrespectful, man. When you say man with his wife, man, so you keep your distance, man. You know, man, if you do speak to a man's wife and say shalom, make it friendly. Keep your distance, man. Don't be feeding my wife steak in her mouth, man. That's something I'm supposed to do. And this brother won't have it, man. This brother here loves his wife, man.
Right.
A lot of people will let Salt Bay do it because of the white man. And black people love white people. And he's a celebrity and it's what he does and so forth. Nah, this brother won't having it, man. And his brother acted accordingly. You know what I mean? It was polite. He's like, I know this is what you do, but nah, not my woman. Any man feeding a steak, it's me, man. So right. Yeah. You say no about.
And you know what would even make that more great? If this man didn't even have to say nothing, if his wife knows no man's supposed to feed her steak, man. Sometimes with your ribia, she's supposed to know. Like you shouldn't have to prep her before she goes out. Like before your woman goes out, you shouldn't have to prep her. Like, make sure you don't give your phone number to nobody. Make sure you shouldn't have to prep her. She should already, when she's supposed to already know these things.
God.
If you have to prep her before she goes out, I don't know. She should already know these things. Like, don't be giving your number out. Don't be letting no man feed you steak. Don't be jumping in no man's car. Don't be doing this. Don't be doing that. You shouldn't have to. Obviously, in the beginning, you would tell her these things, but it comes a stage where it's like a child. All the teaching, once they grow up, you no longer have to teach them these things no more because they should know. So there's certain things that when you first get with your rib, you have to teach them, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And then one day you should be able to sit back and everything you told her not to do, she's supposed to not do it, man.
That's right.
Same like with your children. The time when they're young and you teach them is so you drill it in their head. And then when they get older, they will go out without you there and then you can have peace of mind. Why? Because you know they're gonna follow what you taught them, and your woman should be the same way. Now, that man said to her, no. No, he said to the man about the feeding the steak, no. Now, I want to know is, would this woman have ate the steak from the man if he wasn't there? That's what I
I
want to
think
know.
she would. I really think she would, you know.
See?
I really think she would. I don't know. For him to go, listen, you know what? I think she would. I really think she would, you know.
And this is why you got to train a woman too. When you're not there, behave like you are there. Like she needs to learn, even though you ain't present, she's representing you. So everything she's doing is a representation of you. So she should know certain things. Don't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But there's some women that when you're there, they will act like they're righteous and this and whatnot. And then when you're not there, it's a whole nother woman. You need your woman to be the same way she's going to behave when you're present is the same way she needs to behave when you're not present.
That's right.
And that's what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We teach in the I.S.U.P.K. Listen, if we go to Salt Bay's restaurant and this man tries to feed our rib steak, we shouldn't even have to open our mouth. Our rib should know. Ain't no next man giving me anything. But if you have to tell her, if she's going to do it and you have to tell her, it shows that the training ain't complete yet.
That's right.
That's what it shows.
That's true, man. And that's disrespectful, man. You see me with a woman, man. Keep the distance, man. I get disrespect to a man like that, man. Let me get Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, man. 9:9. It says, sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms. Look, man. The Bible don't sit down with another man's woman, man. Don't be talking about she's my work friend. She's a friend of mine. I'm not feeding the steak. It's nothing personal. The Bible says don't do that, man. Don't sit down with the next man's wife. Listen, don't feed my wife's steak, man.
Right.
Don't let me catch my wife open her mouth for any man start. Any type of steak, man. Listen, my wife gets steak alone, man. The amount of kids I got down the bar, she gets enough steak, man. It's luck, yeah. You get enough steak, man. Listen, Salt Bay just ease off of that steak, man. That was disrespectful, man. And it's just me. The guy dealt with it nice and professional. Dealt with it nice and was good and clean cut with it. But some man wouldn't have it like that, man. Like people die for less. So luck, yeah.
Listen, what makes it worse? Sometimes he feeds men.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I let him off then. He wasn't really disrespectful. Fucking now.
It does it to everyone. It's his trademark. So imagine being a man and another man feeds you steak and you tilt your head back. You tilt your head back to receive it. Your woman is going to be looking at you like, what kind of man am I with? Your woman's going to be looking at you like, what kind of man am I with? So listen, man, be masculine at all times, man. Don't let no man feed you steak. You say to him, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good.
If a man had served me steak, you can put it on a plate, man. Like a proper waiter, man. Man, tilt your head back and put steak in a man's mouth, man. Nah, man. That's their shit. So luck, yeah.
And then you do it, and it's on recorded, and nah, man. Your woman must be looking at you like, what kind of man am I with? Listen, man, be a masculine man all the time. But I've read some of the comments, and this is what they say: oh, men not eating steak from Salt Bay ain't comfortable with their sexuality.
Oh,
listen, man, we're not letting no man feed us nothing, man. Imagine this to try and flip it on you. You're not comfortable with your sexuality. Listen, man, no man ain't feeding me nothing, man. I can feed myself. You cook my steak and cook my steak and leave it at that. All of this men tilting their head back to receive steak from a next man is gay.
That's gay, man. Trust me. You get me, boy. All right, cool. So luck, yeah. Let's move on to the food dude, man. Last week, a video circulated, man, with the food dude. For anyone that don't know what a food dude is a man that buys girls food, man. Like a girl that hit man up like, listen, where you taking me out? Listen, I'm hungry. She don't call you for nothing else, just food, man. You know what I mean? In your house, get a phone call. Listen, I'm hungry, man. It's like, oh, what's that one down about that a girl say? I feel for a Nando's, man. Who's taking me Nando's? Your girls will put on the snap, who's taking me Nando's? And you can imagine all the men in their DMs, man. I'll take you. Those men are what you call food dudes, man. The woman would never give him no sex, no time of day. They're just good for giving food, man. So I saw something this week on the internet. Shit, listen, my heart damn near sank, man. Shit it was awful, man. I'll run it through real quick.
To pay for all of our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do T gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me? You are you?
Woo, bro!
On the bar. Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
These restaurants.
Slack. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? This woman wants this man. It must be a birthday or something. She wants this man to pay for all their friends' food, man. Listen, a woman like that, man, you stay far away from her.
Right.
A woman like that is selfish. She don't care about your pocket. She don't care about how you're gonna survive for the rest of the month. All she cares that you can pay for her friends' food. The man is fighting for her, saying, I'm not gonna pay for their food. She's like, come on, man, pay for their food. A woman like that don't care about you, man. You are a woman that cares about you. If you're spending it on your woman, and she goes, listen, don't spend too much. Have you got enough? You sure you got enough? That's a good woman right there, man. She's concerned with how you're gonna survive after you feed her. But any woman that don't care, all she wants is her friend. All she wants is that she can show her friends, see, my man got it like that, man. Then she should go marry her friends. That's what she's concerned about. She's concerned about showing up for her friends. She's concerned about keeping her friends full. She's concerned about her friends being happy and popping bottles and eating. And she should go marry her friends, man. She don't care about him. The brother's fighting me. I'm not paying for their food. I mean, he don't have it. And she don't care because she wants her friends. She wants to boast to her friends and show them how good of a man she got. How rich her man is, man. And she should go be with her friends, man. Right. Women like that stay far from her. That is a red flag and a half, man. So like, yeah.
And the thing is, she invited them, man. She invited them. He didn't invite them. It's your friends. You want them to eat, and you invited them. You pay for them. I ain't paying for nothing, man. And if you're a man, don't let these women use you for no food, man. If a woman posts, this is what you're supposed to do. If a woman posts, oh, I'm hungry, who wants to go for food? You're supposed to look at it and bypass it. You're supposed to ignore it, man. Listen, man, be one of the men that she turns her nose up at, man. Like, this man here doesn't want to take me on a date. This man here don't want to take me for food. Don't be the guy that pops up, baby, I'll do it. Listen, man, she's never going to be with you, man. Really, the man's attention that she's trying to get, she ain't getting it. And the only attention she's getting is from simps. Imagine you've been chasing this woman for so long that as soon as she says something, as soon as she clicks her fingers, you come running. Listen, man, she's never going to be with you. Listen, women like a man that puts them in check, man. Listen, believe it or not, man, women like chasing men, believe it or not. When you chase women, they don't like you, man. They don't like you. Why? Because they know, oh, this guy's always there. He's a bugaboo. Listen, be a bit arrogant with it, man. Be a little arrogant with it, man. Have a little bit of an ego, man. Let these women know, yo, you ain't using me for no food. If she pops you up randomly, do you want to go for food? You're supposed to say, well, how much other men have you asked this question to? Listen, man, at least make sure she's interested in you before you do all these things. Because if you don't, what's going to happen? She's going to use you for all your finances. And when you can't buy her food no more, she's going to block you, man. And at the end of the night, you're dropping her off to some next man's house. And you, listen, man, you think by taking her for food is going to get you closer to her, whereas it just gets you deeper in the friend zone, man. It gets you deeper in the friend zone. And then she's going to start saying to you, oh, I like him as a friend. Imagine a woman says, I like him as a friend. I can't have that.
I can't be a friend that's paying for all your friends. I don't know if I'm paying for all that food, so lucky I can't be a friend. I just can't live like that. So lucky, not my money. I don't pay for friends, man. You know what I mean? What you're thinking is you're thinking every food you pay for, you're getting closer to a heart. You're not, man. You get every time you pay for food, you're getting one step further. And guess what? She has sex with a man that buys her no food.
Right.
She has sex with a man that never pays for the bill. She talks about it to her friends on the phone. He don't ever pay for the food. He's broke, man. It's just annoying. But she goes to bed every night. She goes to bed with him. That's the man she loves. Look at Nicki Minaj, man. Every man been chasing down Nicki Minaj, man. And Nicki Minaj settled for nobody. A man that's apparently a rapist. A man that he ain't no celebrity. He ain't got no money, man. But what he did have was masculinity, man. What he did have was pride, man. He loved himself. Black man, if you're going out there buying women and all their friends food, you don't love yourself, man. Love yourself. She loves herself. She loves herself so much that she would never have sex with you because you're lame buying people's food. She's like, nah, that's my type of guy. I need a man with dignity. And black man, have some dignity for yourself, man. Love yourself. So you know what? I love myself. Ain't no girl gonna use me. Nah, I'm somebody, man. She might have think that I'm somebody. I'm someone's child here. Nah, man. Go find yourself a next girl clown to buy your food. And guess what? If he ever bought a food for him and his girls, listen, he wouldn't be the man of the night. He was the laughing stock of the night, man.
Mm.
Gonna go home and talk about you, man. Your friends on the phone there, tell you, man, thanks for the food, yeah? They're going to laugh at you, man. That brother did the right thing, man. I ain't paying for nobody, man. Imagine them girls got men at home. If they want food, tell their men to give them some pocket money, man. These are the first people to call men scrubs and broke, man. Meanwhile, you want me to pay for your food, man. Nah, man, that's a bill. That's a bill I can't pay, man. It's lucky.
I looked at her like, are you for real? Listen, man, if my rib asked me in front of people to pay for 18 people's food, I'm going to check her in front of 18 people, man. I'm going to check her in front of 18 of her friends, man. Her friends are going to go home saying, yo, the way her man put her in check, we want to marry him too. They're going to be saying, we interested in him with how masculine he is, man. The way he put her in check, we want him to. But you paying for all their foods to just like, oh yeah, he's a simp. And then guess what? When she's on the phone to her friends are going to say to her, so why don't you get with such and such that paid for the food? She's going to say, oh, him, nah, he's not my type. He's just a friend. He's too nice. He's just a friend. He's too nice.
Listen, whenever she's having financial problems, I'm broke, man. You know what I want for my man? Who? The guy that paid for the food, man. Ask him for money. That's what you're going to be known for. So like, yeah.
And she's going to hit you up. Oh, I don't mean to ask. I don't usually ask, but because you're a good friend, and then you hear the word friend and think, oh, if I give her this money, it means I'm getting closer because you like this woman. Listen, man, liking a woman shouldn't make you be a simple man. That's right. Maintain some masculinity, man. Don't show no weakness and bend over backwards, man. I don't care how much you like the woman. You bend over backwards for a woman, she's going to use you, man. She's going to use and abuse you. And have you buying 18 other people food, man? Have you buying 18 other people food, paying everybody's bills, man? Listen, man, don't be that guy. What you need to do is come to the I.S.U.P.K. and you will learn how to put a bitch in check. Excuse my French, man. You will learn how to put a woman in order, and you ain't gonna be buying 18 women food, man.
These men don't even get the credit, man.
Exactly.
Some of these men, I've seen it all night. They're taking women out. And the woman ain't even slapping them, man. She's slapping her one plate. You know what I mean? And so you're watching her start thinking, oh, she ain't hacking somebody by herself. She with her friends. But really, a man's taking her, man. Or she put the love emoji over his face. Some shit like that, man. My man can't get a picture. He can't even get some acknowledgement for spending the money, man. So don't let a woman do you like that, man. Listen, don't let it happen, man. Slack you, man.
That's it, man. I'm telling you, listen. And if they do take a picture, they don't even put your face in there, man. Your face ain't in there. They're kind of turning the camera like this to block you out so they can just get the plate of food, man. You're in the back trying to get in the picture. Listen, man. A woman like that, she's got a bag of man on her line, man. And that's why she's hiding you from the world because she don't want to show that she's with you. Listen, if a woman don't want to post you, that says a lot, man. If she don't want to post you, if she don't want no one to know that you and her got any dealings, she's just using you for food, man. She's just using you for food. Listen, I've seen men take women on holiday here, and she don't post that man on holiday. She posts the beach like she's by herself.
That's terrible.
She posts in the restaurant like she's by herself, and you can't get a mention. These times you're spending all the money, man. Shit. At least if I'm spending money, let people see who I am, man. Let people see that there's a man in your life. Imagine that. Who are you with? Oh, just a friend. Imagine a woman calls you just a friend. You better run me a refund if that's the case, man.
Well, you know what gets me? Men that buy women drinks and women just disappear in the club with your drink. Probably talking to the next man with your drink, man. Saying, you owe me $750, man. So luck, yeah.
That's it.
If I buy a drink, listen, you can't be talking to no next man. So luck, yeah. That's just the rules, man. You got men buying women drink. Women actually tell men in the club. So I buy their drink. Men are buying drinks, man, and strangers. In fact, women go out there with no money, knowing that men will buy them drinks. Man, let me tell you something, black man. A good woman will spend money on you, man. So lucky. Like, that's in the Bible, man. A woman in the Bible poured what? Precious ointment on Christ's head, and the disciples said, "Yo, she's wasted good ointment." This woman saw it fit that Christ get this precious ointment. She didn't care how much it cost. She thought, listen, I'm gonna give this to Christ, and that's the woman you need, man. That's the woman you need right there, man. Any woman that will spend money, man, and make sure that you're comfortable. That's the woman you need. And today, society calls that woman an idiot. You're an idiot. I ain't buying no man no car. Psh, you must be a doorstep. You must have doormat written on your forehead. And the Bible, that's a good woman, man. A good woman loves her husband so much she gives him what he wants, man. Like what happened in the Bible. But today, it's in reverse. Men are out there bringing themselves backwards over women. Now, I'm not saying don't love your woman. I'm not saying that. I'm saying a woman that will go be above and beyond. That's a keeper, man. A woman like that, you keep her, man. Any woman talking about buying my friends drinks and she don't care how you're gonna pay your rent later on. Listen, red flag, man. So lucky. Don't call that one back, man. Don't call that one back, man. So lucky doesn't work.
Get a woman that offers to take you out from time to time, man. Get a woman every so often. She says, "Don't worry, I'll get the bill," and then you can decide if you want to say, "Nah, don't worry, I'll get it." But don't get some woman that when she orders 10 things, 3 starters, loads of drinks, and when the bill comes, she's don't even pull out her card. She's looking at you. Half the time, you've only ordered one thing under what's it called. And here we go. Listen, people's going to be saying, yeah, these men are just cheap and they got no money. yeah, we don't have it. We don't have it. We don't have it, and that's why we don't want to spend it. And this is why we're not ordering 10 things on the menu. Like you know what does my head in? Women like her that was on that video is the type to call men broke, and she's broke herself.
There you go. She can't pay for her friends.
Exactly. She's shouting at the man, and he didn't invite them. And everyone's going to be saying, "Yo, he should have paid." I've heard someone say, "Yo, if you take," on that same video, they were saying, "If he takes me out, he's got to take my friends out as well." A woman like that, she's taking the piss, and they know which weak man to target, man.
Nah, it's true. Because the right man shouldn't dare.
Tell them try to target me with that bullshit, man. There's 18 women going hungry that day, so lucky. 18 women going hungry that day. I listen, I ain't doing that shit. They know who to target.
But I pay for one. I swear that I pay for one. 18.
That's it.
Swear that.
What do they call it? Dutch. They call it Dutch, innit?
Yeah.
Is it when you pay for your own food on a date or whatever? Or when you're off the door?
No, I pay for this. I pay for the woman. I pay for my woman, but a friend,
I ain't paying.
That's a friend's cool like that. That's another friend.
Listen, was that his woman? It wasn't his woman, was it?
I don't know the backstory. Also, this woman talking about pay for my friends, man. And
the thing is,
like a broke.
Why would it go? Listen, if I like a woman and say let's go for food, and she's like my friend's coming, she's taking the piss.
Yeah, trust me. She don't like you. If a girl says, "Listen, my friends are coming," listen, she's supposed to want to be alone with you.
Exactly.
She wants her friends around, meaning she don't really want to be alone with you. She wants her friend there just in case you try to think. She wants her friends there so you don't reach over and try to give her a hug. Nah, man, I get like that, man. This man got to read the signs, man. Fuck it, man. Then again, his friends were there as well, so he probably a double date thing still. Remember, his friends were recording and laughing.
Listen, there's some women where really they just go with you for the food, and you think, yeah, she's coming back to my place after. Listen, man, she goes in the bathroom and she says to her friend, "Phone me in 10 minutes and say you need to come home. The kids." Listen, man. They plan that shit, man. She's just saying, you know,
after she eating as well.
Exactly. You're getting happy, tidied up your bedroom for the first time in your life, lit some candles, thinking she's coming around, man. And it's not gonna happen. She don't like you like that, man. Don't be a simp for women, man. Trust me, I've seen so much men that are simps for women, and I think ain't this man got no dignity. Listen, man, don't do it, man. It looks horrible from the outside, man.
It's like it's all right. If you got to do all that to get a woman, it's not a victory, man. Like seriously, if you chirps a girl, you get a number, you can go home, look in the mirror, and say, "Yo, is that me?" That's yes, man. But you know what I mean? That's like you can feel proud, like, yo, the girl was fire. And I use my game and I got a number. Yo, is that how I'm moving? But if you're gonna beg and pay for the number, even if you get the sex, man, really, you can't hold your head up high, man, really, because the way you got it, you paid for it, man. You begged for it, man. You bought all the 18 friends food, man. That's not really a trophy. You didn't really get anything. You're not really the man because you got it. That makes sense. That ain't the way you want to do it, man. It's lucky, man.
Listen, imagine a woman saying, "Well, I didn't like him at first, but you know, he kept calling me, he kept taking me out, and then he kind of grew on me." Listen, man, you You women better like me on sight, so luck you. First when you see me, you better like everything about me. None of this, I didn't like him at first. Listen, imagine that. That means she didn't like you at first, but you kind of grew on her. I can't have that.
No, I can't live with that.
You better like me at first. I'm not accepting this. I didn't like you at first, but because you were so nice to me and kept taking me out and kept phoning me, and I'm used to dating all the bad boys, and I thought I'll date somebody else outside of my type.
Yeah, hear that one before. I don't really go for guys like you, but I thought, hey, I'll try something different because I've been with bad boys my whole life. Meaning, like, you're some experiment, like, you're not my real type, but I'll give it a try. Fuck that, man. And ain't nothing wrong with like me. Go find somebody that you like. You can't be with me. I'm at this pity nigga, man. So luck, yeah. You know what I mean? We
Imagine that. Nah, listen, I couldn't have that. You have to like me at first sight. You can't be telling me I didn't like you at first, or you're not my type. Nah. I'm not. Nah. I'm not having it.
That's why I have it. So
Type. Yeah. I'm not having it.
Victory. You can't be like, yo, I'm jealous, you know. That girl over there is mine, man. Because the way you got it, come on, man. You can start me a victory, man. We're moving on anyway, man. Let's get the next one. So luck, yeah.
Zebras fucking with giraffes. Let me land. There should be a natural bias towards yourself. If that doesn't exist, you gotta ask yourself the questions. Here's my problem. Here's my thing. When you ask the questions, whatever comes out of that is cool.
Right.
But don't not know why.
Right.
Just don't know. Don't do that, right? Because in my head, right, I love my skin, I love my color. Do you know what I mean? Like, shout out to everybody who helped me get here and all of that stuff. But I love that shit, right? I'm naturally biased towards me because I have such a love for this. You don't understand. Half the waviness of my outfit is my skin. I promise you. Let me wear orange one time. Yeah. Everybody's falling down like London Bridge.
Strong.
But anyway, right, yeah. So that's half my. So I've naturally got a preference for that. If you don't have a preference, we have preference for our neighborhood, we have preference for our country, like it's called patriotism. We have preference for what is ours because we're egotistical as human beings. So when you don't have a preference for to date somebody that looks like you, don't listen. I know some of you are running away. Don't run away. Just ask yourself why.
Right.
And whatever answer you come to, you don't need to share that with anybody else. But just deep that. Strong. If it's that you associate that color with nurturing and you don't see it as sexy, just accept that in your head. So that will help you not be hateful.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because you know that's a you thing. Right. Do you know what I mean? That's all I wanted.
So what this girl saying is, boom, she goes, I don't see lions fucking giraffes. And she's right, man. She's saying that, why are, talking about interracial relationships, man. You know what I mean? She's right. The Lord didn't make it that way. It's not supposed to be that way. That's even in the Bible, says the same thing. In Ecclesiastes, let me get the scripture real quick. Ecclesiastes 13 and 15. Every beast loveth his like. So even the Bible says every beast loves his like, man, meaning lions have sex with lions, giraffes have sex with giraffes. And likewise, we're supposed to be the same, man. And every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind. So everyone, all flesh goes according to kind. So you got black man with black woman, Chinese man with Chinese woman, you know what I mean? Arab man with Arab woman, cats with cats, dogs with dogs. And that's how the Lord made it, man. But thanks to Christianity, we love our oppressor, man. Why? Because Christianity has ground us down like powder, man. And you know what I mean? As a kid growing up black, everything beautiful is white. If you're a black woman, Barbie's white, Cindy's white. As a black man, Action Man's white, everything's white. So you look at your own people thinking, yo, my people ain't nothing, man. My people are ugly, man. Beauty is Barbie, beauty is Cinderella, beauty is Snow White. And we're going against nature, the Bible's saying. It's natural to go according to your kind. But we don't do that no more, man. Slapping on the wall.
What she said was so right. Nobody says that no more, man. Everybody says love who you want, be with who you want. At least she's saying she prefers her own race, man.
That's right.
You should be allowed to prefer your own race. When you say you prefer your own race, everyone calls you a racist and old-fashioned and all of these kind of things. Whereas there's nothing wrong with preferring your own race, man. If we preferred our own race and everything, we would treat each other a lot better than we do, man. We need to prefer our own race. Because why? In us hating our race, what have we done? We've preferred other races and we've uplifted other races. Meanwhile, our race is at the bottom, man.
That's right.
We need to prefer our race and uplift our own race, man. And we need to have what? Black men and black women staying together, man,
That's
loving
right.
one another, and making it work. That's what we need to do. Prefer our race, because the Lord told us to what we must prefer our race, man. The Lord said we must prefer one another, man, over every other race. That's in the New Testament somewhere. Paul said it. So listen, man, that's what we need to do. Prefer our race and stop marrying outside of our race and stop getting these heathen women and thinking we've got a trophy. And the thing is this, every time a black man gets a white woman, he parades her around like she's a trophy, man. Parades her around like she's a trophy. Does everything with her, man. Everything he's supposed to do with a black woman, he does it with a white woman, man. And his excuses are black women are they what did they say? What did they say?
The black man too ratchet or the too rowdy or the too masculine or shit like that.
And it's your job to fix them, man.
That's right.
If black women are that way, it's your job to fix them, man. We fix black women in the I.S.U.P.K, man. We take loudmouth women and turn them into humble sisters that cook and clean and do everything, man. That operate how women's supposed to. We take women that have a masculine spirit and turn them feminine, man. We don't run to some next race and say, oh, it can't be fixed. We don't just say, you know what, these black women is too loudmouth and ratchet. We're going to leave them and go get rid of white women. Listen, man, if you do that, man, you're a hater to your race and you're a coward, man.
That's right.
Imagine this. Instead of staying and fixing what you have in front of you, you'd rather run and leave it and go to a next race. Nah. Fix your black woman, man. That's what we need to do. Fix black men, fix black women, man. So we can function together instead of leaving our race and running to a next race and finding peace there and trying to make it easier there. Listen, man, I've seen black men leave black women and go to white women, and guess what? White women sue them for everything, man. Sue them for everything, man.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Dre and everybody else. Tiger Woods. Who else is there?
But that what Jim Muhammad said. People said the black woman's too rowdy. She likes to fight a lot. And He goes, who do you? They say black women put on child support. He goes, who do you think child support was made for? It was made for black people. It was made for white people, man. So white women ain't as holy as they think they are. It goes that saying about hell have no fury. It goes, who's that saying made for? Black people, no white people, man. You know what I mean? So don't make it like, oh, because black women are so bad and the white women are so great. What was divorce court made for? Black people, no. Black people only 5% of the country. It wasn't made for us, it was made for them. So where are you living where all white women are nice, man? You know what I mean? Black man, listen, we are better than them, man.
Right.
When you have sex when you leave your woman, have sex with them, you are downgrading, man. That's like the queen would never marry someone who's a common person. Queens marry other kings and so forth of other countries. And black man, you're saying, forget this black woman, forget this princess. I'm gonna marry a dog. Black man, listen, the oppressor comes out of the cave, man. Your history is better than his history. Your history goes back to King Solomon. The Bible is full of your history, man. The Bible is full of black men like you walking on water, doing miracles, man. Black women like Ruth and Esther, man. Good women. Full of people like David that killed a 6-foot man with a stone, man. Courageous brothers, man. And you're saying, damn that good history. I'm going to have sex with a woman whose history is about being in a cave. Whose history is about being naked and being in a cave with knits. That's their history. Your history is better than theirs, and you're saying, damn my history. I'm going to marry to a family with some shit history. Who does that, man? In Jamaica, you got the East Indians, man, the coolies, man. And black people lie and say, yeah, I'm coolie in me. Yeah, I'm Indian, and they're lying. And that's how low we've become, that we're lying to be these people. Now let me get some history on the coolies, man. Jamaica needed some workers, and they got poor Indian people from India, not the rich, poor Indians, man, that were naked, and they came to Jamaica, and we're so low, we want to be them. Their own people kick them out of the country. Say, yeah, you want workers, take these coolies. Remember, they'll call it indentured servants. Indentured servants ain't high paid servants, man. The servants that work for pennies. So he wasn't the rich, he wasn't the king and the queens and the aristocracy. It was poor people, man. And now we're so low, we want to marry them. We want to lie and say we're half of them. When their own people didn't want them, their own people kicked them out of the country, say, yeah, take them, man. That's how low we become, man. Black man, don't date outside your nation, man. You are better than them, man. Slap it on the bar.
Listen, man, it's mad how low we've become, man. we've become so low that we think getting another race is a trophy. When, listen, man, getting these Edomite women, they're disgusting. Listen, you know what? Just today, I seen a video where one of them was like, it's her 40th birthday, so she had sex with 40 men in one day for her 40th birthday.
I can play right now, you know. Should I play it?
Yeah, play it. I seen it just today. I was going to send it to you, but I seen it like
40th birthday, you set yourself a challenge, which was that you would sleep with 40 men in one day.
That was my birthday present for myself.
I'm surprised you could walk after that.
Bit of a sore back, but that's fine.
And did you afterwards think, you know, what am I doing?
No.
No.
I had the most fantastic day. Afterwards, me and husband sat there then, having a drink all night.
Man, this is what you want. This is what they do, man. Everyone knows a woman meant to have a low body count, man. This woman doubled every woman listening in the world. She doubled their body count in one day. In one day, man. And that's what they do. White people are known for orgies, man. The Greeks and Romans were known for orgies, known for having sex parties, man. This is them. And this is what you want to marry into. So lucky, man. Better you than me. So lucky. As the Bible says, there's no profane person like Esau, man.
Right.
Profane means it's filthy. The Bible is no fornicate like Esau, man. You'll see this. And what the white people say when they see this? Well, you know, live your life. It's your life. But that's what you call disgusting, man. 40 men, man. So lucky. 4-0 in one night, man. And she didn't see nothing wrong with it, so boy.
And you know what made it worse? She said, me and my husband had a drink all night after that. Whereas, and this is the thing, man, these Edomite men love seeing their wife's back get blown out by the next man. They love it, man. It turns them on. Imagine this. They go to all these swingers clubs and swingers parties. Listen, man, say what you want about black women, man, but they ain't nowhere near as promiscuous as these devils, man.
That's right.
At least black women have some morals, man. It might not be a lot. Go ahead.
I don't think you know how big 40 a number is. 40 is a big number, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15%. 40 is a big in one day. That's a whore right there, man. It's a lucky. And she always had that in her heart. She always had it in her mind. This ain't a thing that's popped up. She's always been that way, man. She didn't become a whore overnight, man. She always had that, man. Ooh, so lucky, that boy.
40 men, you know, and she came on TV. And this is the thing. When people talk about getting women, man, if you're getting white women, that don't count as getting women, man.
That's right.
They're nothing, man. Getting them don't count, man. Like if a man says, yo, I'm a girl, I get loads of women. You have to be like, well, you have to think, what kind of women is he getting? Listen, man, if you're getting white women, don't count. They're right. Easy. Anybody gets them, they have sex with the pet dog and everything else, man. You counting them, listen, what you're going to get from them is diseases, man.
That's right.
You got to stay away from these devils. Imagine this. She said, me and my husband had a drink afterwards. What kind of man in his right mind would allow his woman to have sex with one man, let alone 40, and still have a drink with her afterwards? Listen, man, the white man is the devil.
That's right.
He had a drink with her afterwards, you know. Listen, say what you want about black people, but we ain't as low as these scumbags, man. They're scumbags. That's just disgusting, man. 40, you know, 4-0. 4-0, man. That's
like what you were saying earlier about black men talking about, oh yeah, I can't control the black woman, she's too rough. But listen, that says a lot about you, man. You mean tell me that a woman scared you off black women? A couple bad black women scared you from the whole race, and that means you're weak, man. You don't say a lot about her, it's a lot about you. That's like, listen, like children are rude. A child don't come out the womb well behaved. Yes. Parents can't say, oh, that child is bad, man, leave him. A rude child says a lot about the parents. Don't say shit about the child. A child will always be rude. A child don't come out the womb saying please and thank you. The parent got to teach that child, man. And likewise, a woman that ain't got a strong man can do what she wants to do. She's gonna lead. It's your job to correct that woman. If you're saying I can't do the black woman, she's too rough. You mean tell me that a black woman's rougher than you?
Right.
I can't sleep at night knowing that, man. I can't sleep at night knowing that, yo, I got to treat an eggshell because my woman's better than me. Ain't no woman better than me, Salakia.
Right.
I can't believe that I'm holding my tongue, become a woman better than me. I gotta leave and go for a whole nother race, become a woman better than me. Nah. The lion don't, you don't hear the lion saying, yo, the lioness is too lion for me. You don't hear the bear saying, yo, the bear, the female bear is she's too bear for me. The black woman is our counterpart, man. If she's rough, then that means you ain't rough enough. If she's loud, then that means you gotta be louder, man. She's a female you, and she's louder than you. So ain't right, man. That's a lot about you, man. It's a lucky, man. Let me see what else we got here.
3 reasons why I left the UK. So number 1, you can live your dreams already at a much cheaper rate. At number 2, there's that systematical trap feeling where it makes you feel that you can't win or it's difficult to win. Number 3, there's better quality of life.
And it's lucky, man. This brother right here is just misguided, man. His brother left the UK to go to Jamaica and saying 3 reasons why I left the UK, because I can get a better life and I can chase my goals. Let me tell you something, man. No matter where you go, black man, you will be oppressed, man.
Right.
So you got black people that turned Rasta, went to Ethiopia, thinking that, yeah, they're going to live a better life. I found out that the Ethiopians don't like you over there neither, man. Now the new trend is what Ghana now. Everyone's going to Ghana. And you watch, man, you're going to find out that now the Ghanaians don't like us neither, man. Black man, listen, anywhere you go, the Bible said, among these nations, your foot shall find no ease, man. It don't matter where you go, man. Black people think, oh yeah, England's racist, so I'm gonna go somewhere else and live better. You won't, man. All over the globe, they hate black people, man. There's a video where the basketball players were in China and they're calling nigger in China, man. You know what I mean? You go everywhere you go, the oppression. No matter where you go, all nations hate us, man. Don't think it's just England. Imagine this: England football team went to Hungary, man. And guess what they were doing in Hungary? Making monkey noises at them. Meaning what? The racism that footballers face ain't just in Britain. It's everywhere, man. Where can you go to escape oppression on this earth, man? What blacks Hispanic thing to do is come back to the Lord, man. Right. And we'll own the whole world, man. And we'll be racist towards them. There'll be nowhere that they can go in the earth and not be discriminated against, man. Not the other way around. It's like another bar.
And listen, man, wherever you go, this oppresses the devil everywhere, man. So the only place you can go for peace, if he wants a better quality of life, is the I.S.U.P.K, man.
That's right.
The only place you can go. You go anywhere else. Play that video again. What's he doing? Sitting in the pool with his feet in the water, thinking that's what. Play again. Hear what he said.
3 reasons why I left the UK. So number 1, you can live your dreams already at a much cheaper rate. At number 2, there's that systematical trap feeling where it makes you feel that you can't win or it's difficult to win. Number 3, there's better quality of life.
And listen, man, he's sitting at some place that's not even his house. He's probably just gone there, rented it, making it like it's his bed. Where's he moved to?
Jamaica, you know.
So he moved from the UK to Jamaica.
Can't.
And the reason, you know, it's not a better quality of life is why? Because people are trying to leave Jamaica to come to England. So which one is it? Do I leave England to go to Jamaica, or do I leave Jamaica to come to England? And what you'll find is the common denominator is the white man's the devil in both of them, man.
That's right.
He oppresses you in both of them. So no matter where you go, you're always going to be a second-class citizen, man. Wherever you go, there's always going to be a nation ruling over you, and you're always going to be at the bottom. And where he's right now, he's in Jamaica. East Indians is ruling over him.
That's right.
They own all the hotels. The Chinese own everything there, and he owns nothing there. And going back to Gambia and Ghana, we don't own nothing there either. We go all these places and own nothing, man. It's a shame.
You can't escape it, man. Listen, my sister sent me a video the other day, man. It's lucky. I couldn't convert it, man. A man was in Jamaica, man. He was getting bullied by his boss, who was a white man. These bosses own all the beaches and so forth, man. And each man was bullying his workers. I saw it on TikTok, man. Black man, we can't escape. What you need to do is come to the UPK, man. And we are building heaven in the UPK, man. We're building a place where black men don't have to be oppressed no more, man. You go looking for it, you won't find it. It's nowhere, man. You go to France, it's racist there, man. You go to the Netherlands, it's racist there, man. You go to America, it's racist there. There's nowhere where you can say, well, I found it. You go to Ethiopia, man, it's racist there as well, man. You got black people talking about, I got land out in Ghana. I got land here, land there. This thing is racist no matter what, man. There's nowhere where you can find ease. Why? Because the Lord said so. The Lord said, among these nations, your foot shall find no ease.
Right.
Black man, listen. I'm saying in England, Slovakia, where can I get Dixie? What's that saying? It's better the devil you know. Yeah, at least I know this British devil. So I'm gonna stay here and build the kingdom of heaven until then.
Right.
I ain't going nowhere else. I'm not going Spain, Portugal. It's like a double by the back of that. What was the Portugal devil saying, man? Were they racist as well?
Racist as could be, man. Listen, probably more racist than the British. or they're on the same level. Like they see black people, they think black people are stupid. They think all black people take drugs. So what you'll see is they'll see other white people and they don't approach them. But when they see black people, it's like in their mind they think, you know what? Black people don't talk to the police. Black people don't snitch. So we can be so obvious with it and go up to them and ask them if they want to buy weed, hash, and cocaine. So they come up to you like weed, hash, cocaine, and they don't do it discreetly. But when it comes to white people, they know, let's not do it with them, because in their mind, white people don't take drugs. And in their mind, black people do. And black people ain't going to phone the police. So we just go up to them and don't do it discreet. We just go up to them, ask them if they want weed, hash, cocaine. And they got so annoying. Do you know how much of them I had to say, look, I don't do drugs. They're offering canisters, balloons, weed, hash, cocaine. And they can't understand that you don't smoke weed. And other black men that I'm seeing out there, they're like, oh, yo, they got some good weed out here. I'm looking at them like, you're a drug. I'm looking at them like, listen, you're in a foreign country. How are you smoking drugs in a foreign country? You don't even know what's in it, man. Your medical insurance don't even cover half of these things. Your medical insurance don't even cover half of these things that people are doing, man. Listen, man, us as black people, we need to lay off the drugs.
That's right.
We need to lay off the weed, hash, cocaine, whatever the hell half of that is. We need to lay off it, man, because it's killing us. While it is black people, we don't think about living enough. We just do things, and what happens is people smoke all these years, and then guess what happens? Right now, they don't want to live. They smoke all these years, and guess when they want to live? When they get cancer.
That's right.
When they get cancer, that's when they realize, oh, I want to live. I want to see my grandkids and my great-grandkids. I don't want to die and leave my family. But while you're smoking the weed, hash, cocaine, you ain't thinking about that, man. While you're having this maximum pleasure from all these drugs, you ain't thinking about the cancer that comes with it, man. You ain't thinking about the mental health and paranoia and all of that comes with it. But when that comes, then you want to realize once it's too late, man. Once you at stage 4 cancer, then you realize, oh, I shouldn't have smoked. Listen, man, look after yourself in your youth. That's what you're supposed to do, man. If you need help trying to look after yourself, you contact the I.S.U.P.K, man. We'll teach you how to look after yourself in your youth. So when you get strong, go ahead.
You see that woman that was taking them balloons? She's all fucked up now.
Yeah, seen it today, you know.
Let me see if we can show you, man. It's a woman that was sucking on balloons, man. Mash up, yo. Look at that. It goes. Woman paralyzed after binging on laughing gas balloons for days at a time. Look at this. This is where drugs get you, man. Look at her. Look at her. She's looking good on the right. And look on the left, man. Paralyzed in the wheelchair, man. Why? Because she kept doing drugs. And look at this, man. It goes. The woman had been left paralyzed after her frequent use of laughing gas balloons. Kerry Donaldson, 25, who began taking nitrous oxide in 2017, can no longer wash herself, eat, or walk. Although Kerry began inhaling the drug casually on the weekend with friends, she became a frequent user and would binge on it for 3 days at a time. Everybody was doing it. I was using them for 3 days, and then I'll be vomiting the next few days. Come on, black man, you don't want this for yourself, man.
All right.
You don't want this for yourself. Love yourself, man. The demon inside you, and that demon wants to kill you, man. The demon wants you dead. The demon, listen, anyone that's got an addiction, it's a demon that wants to kill you, man. That's why when the man had demons in him and Christ cast out the demon said, what, man? So why do you want to take us out before our time? The demon got a time, man, to play with you and then one day kill you.
Right.
And Christ took him out before they could kill the man. That's why they said, why are you trying to take us out before our time? If you're a weed addict, black man, you want to die, man. If you know what I mean, if you're taking crack, black man, you want to die. If you're a gang member and you can't stop killing people. You want to die, man. You know the consequences that come with it, and you still do it anyway. You want to die. And if you're sucking balloons, black man, you want to die, man. You just don't even know it yet. You just don't even know it. You want to die. You're having sex with random women. You want to die. You want to get AIDS one day, man. That's what it is. You don't even know it, but the demon out there that wants you dead, black man, you don't even know. And a demon tells you got to do it. You got to do it, man. Come on, man, you got to do it. Gives you, gives you the shakes and make sure you want to do it, black man. That's all a demon, man. You don't need weed, man. You don't need balloons, man. Let me say something, black man. If you can fast, if you can hold a fast and not eat nothing, then guess what? You can keep weed, man. If you can fast and deprive yourself of food that your body needs, then you can stop cigarettes, which your body don't need. And it's all in your mind. If you don't believe me, listen, I'm going to play a video of a white man saying it, man. A white man saying that, listen, cigarettes is all in your mind, man. Watch this.
That's because I thought it was cool. And then one day I just decided to quit, so I flicked it away. Well, the next day, dude, I really wanted a cigarette. And one time I got a DUI, I went to jail for 3 days, knew I couldn't have a cigarette in there, didn't even think about it one time because my mind knew you can't. So it was just eliminated. You didn't even think about it. As soon as I got out, oh, I need a cigarette. The mind is what does it all. If you want to stop bad habits, it's just a choice. Yes, it's tough, but it's just a choice. Make the choice.
That's what it is. Stop, man. All the man goes, he went to prison and didn't smoke a cigarette once because he knew that he couldn't get a cigarette. Come out and straight away, oh, I need a cigarette, man. It's all in your mind, man. It's all in your mind. You can kick it, man. You can kick the habit, man. It's a habit, like addiction, like any other addiction. Homosexuality is addiction, like any other addiction, man. You can kick that, man. Good luck, man.
And the woman said, everyone does it. And this is the thing, man. In the I.S.U.P.K, we ain't like everyone, man.
That's right.
So we don't do it. Yeah, everyone does do them balloons, which is crackhead behavior, man. Like, imagine that. You're sucking a balloon to get high. And she said she's vomiting. When you're vomiting, it's your body rejecting something, man. The reason you're vomiting is because your body's rejecting something, man. And she was vomiting and still doing it. And now she's in a wheelchair. Why? Because of playing stupid games. Stupid games comes with stupid prizes, man. And now she's in a wheelchair telling everyone, oh, don't do it. And the thing is this, everybody's still going to do it. Like, while it is here, black people don't learn from other black people's mistakes.
That's right.
With us here, we have to go through it ourselves. I guarantee you, it probably happened to someone before her. She probably seen it and thought, nah, that could never happen to me. We need to get out of that mind state of it could never happen to me. Because as long as we do these things, it could happen to any one of us. Now she's in a wheelchair. Why? Because of short-term fun. Because of wanting to get high. Now she can't do little simple things that she would take for granted before, like standing up, going to the kitchen, getting a drink, things like that. She can't do no more. Why? Because she wanted to go suck on balloons.
Your acceptance speech.
Listen, man, don't be a drug addict, man. Doing them things, you're a drug addict. I see everyone doing it. People in clubs sucking on balloons. Listen, man, it's childish and it's stupid, man. And it says that the nitrogen or whatever weakens your bones. So it weakened her bones so much that now her legs don't work. Why? Because she wanted to have fun. Listen, man. Sometimes fun will get you killed, man.
That's right.
Having fun with a man's wife will get you killed, man.
That's right.
For you, it's fun. Many men have been killed because of having fun with the next man's wife, man. Until he comes through the door with a double barrel shotgun. That part isn't fun. Until you're in a wheelchair and you can't stand up, that part isn't fun. Until you're on the ward, the cancer ward, stage 4 cancer, that part isn't fun, man. When you're on your deathbed saying your goodbyes, skin and bones because you smoked your whole life away, that part isn't fun, man.
That's right.
Fun will get you killed, man. Sometimes you must say, I'm not going to have fun because I want to live. Sometimes you have to say, you know what? In order for me to live means I can't have fun. Listen, man, that woman from YAHANNA or whatever in it, I don't think she was from YAHANNA, that model that they said's got AIDS now, I can't remember her name.
Oh, yeah, sinister. Apparently she missed with Chris Brown as well, yo.
She was having fun. And look now life's not so fun no more, man.
That's right.
Life ain't fun no more. Listen, man, don't let fun and pleasure get you killed, man. Because fun and pleasure will be the death of you. And how do we know? Because we see it every single day, man. Fun and pleasure will kill you, man.
Let me get the last one before we move on, man. So listen, Double Bar. Listen to this, man. Will Smith finally dropped an apology, you know.
I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and you know, I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment.
Yo, Dongle Bar, what do you do, man? What should Chris Rock do? You forgive him?
Because he's a brother, he's gonna have to, but Will Smith needs to pay him some money, man.
There you go, Carl.
Like a sorry just ain't good enough.
That's
You
right.
slap the shit out of the man on TV. and you didn't slap August Alsina like that, man. You didn't slap men that done worse than that to you. Like Will Smith's a bully. You know, when there's that guy here, he gets bullied by everyone, but then there's that one guy he can beat up. So he just keeps beating up that one guy.
Picks his fights, man.
Yeah. Like, because he's a brother, he's gonna have to forgive him, but you better give him some life-changing money, man. If you really want his forgiveness, you better pay him what he wants, man.
That's right.
Because you slapped him in front of millions, man. You slapped him in front of millions of people to see over a joke, and now you want to apologize. If you're truly sorry, you better pay him, man.
That's right.
Imagine Chris Rock's got to explain to his kids why he got slapped on TV. Why his kids is going to school laughing at him, saying, "No, your dad got slapped on TV." Listen, man. He would never do that to somebody else. If a masculine man made that joke, he wouldn't do that, man. He would sit in the chair and do nothing, man. If Tupac went up there and made that joke, he would do nothing, man. He would sit there and he wouldn't say nothing. But because it's Chris Rock, he slaps him. So if you really want his forgiveness, you better buy his mom a couple of houses and give Chris Rock tons of money, man. If you really want his forgiveness. Listen, forgiveness ain't free.
That's right.
Then this, man, just saying, "Oh, forgive me," that's not good enough, man. Even with the Bible, if you do a man wrong, there's a price, man.
That's right.
If you do a man wrong, there's a price. It's not just, okay, well, you done this, okay, it's done now. No. Listen, man. People love money, so if you really are sorry, you give him something that you love, and that shows him how sorry you are. It shows how sorry you are, man. You trespassed against him, and when you trespass against someone, what you supposed to bring? A trespass offering, man.
That's right.
You don't come empty-handed. You bring a trespass offering, and them trespass offerings for Chris Rock better come in the form of some millions, man.
That's right.
If you really want forgiveness, if you're not just saying it on a video to sound good and redeem your image, you put up some millions.
Most of the it's true, man. Even the UPK, man, we you know what I mean? We have councils, man.
Right.
That would happen in the UPK. Listen, some sort of payback would have some sort of retribution has to be paid, man.
Right.
You can't just say sorry. Sorry ain't good enough, man. You look like you're sorry, but listen, some sort of payback has to be paid. Man. So luck, yeah. Well, listen, that was a class, man. That was the On The End radio show. We're gonna be here again next Friday, 9 to 11. Make sure you come choose. It's one for everyone for logging in. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Also, give us some more videos, man. We love your videos. Bring your videos in. You know, hopefully next week, the action will be back here live in the studio there again. You know what I mean? Water to Dongle Bar. Big shout out to Captain Parasha, or the Akim in the I.S.U.P.K UK, and all over the globe. With that, shalom.
Shalom, Israel.
Chemistry cards. Yeah. Are the matrix? Sham cheesy. Karatia. When me say U.P.K, U.K. Well, anyway. We there a whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends. Where me come from, you lucky if you live long day in a the war zone, but no Pakistan. A the place where you juvenile a the big man. Grave or you do time, brother pick one, yo. Man a fi bleach, but I never zone. A the 6 pants and the rifle with kickstand. Quick answer to enemy them response. You we dead if you a Christian, devil them strong. Me say, but it's a trick done. Them one we fall down in a the quicksand. Me kill a them where they a London, England. Teach me say the white man him is a trickster. The same struggle man a face in Kingston. I see him struggle them a face in a Trinidad. All the way I go to Birmingham, Brixton. The link strong, it no matter what the distance. Hey, boom. We there a whole a rent span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead body then. Once upon a time round ya so did nice, full of vibes. Man a play football, shoes aside. If I no football, you like one go shoot the dice. But everything change when me nigga lose him life. Proof of crime, a certain black coffee gets scrutinized. Check every taxi on the route I drive, then you to right, them took a knife. Man have to sleep at the and shoot a night. And watch your head back, you never know what over time round ya no safe again. Watch out for the hate of them and the traitor them and the fake friend dog the acre tens. No solution for make amends. Babylon say ceasefire, but we nah no fate na them a sake of them. Make the crime rate so great again, and Jamaica red hot like the equator belt of Jamaica bread. Cause you never break no bread. With the ghetto youth them you send the Terminator them, dad. So man a fi whole a rem span the ends. Me and me dog them a whole a med span the ends. Every man ya so lose friends span the ends. Torment Babylon a put stress pan we head pan the ends. We feel this span the ends. Every man a try be the next span the ends, dog. We fly out and one bend span the ends, but we die out and more dead pan the ends.